What's going on, guys? Sam Adams here and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Bend Studios' next big game, Days Gone. It was originally slated to come out on February 22nd of 2019, but due to that crowded date and that crowded time frame, the game has been pushed back to April 26th of 2019. The announcement comes via the PlayStation blog, which is giving you a rundown of the upcoming worldwide studio games that are coming out, including Days Gone, in which they say, and I quote, "We want to share a change in release date for this highly anticipated title from Bend Studio. We recently decided to move the release date of Days Gone from the crowded February timeframe to April 26th of 2019. While the studio is eager to see Days Gone in the hands of fans, Bend Studio will take the opportunity to further polish Days Gone." As PlayStation fans already know, they continue, Days Gone is an open-world action game set in the high desert of the Pacific Northwest. Traversing harsh landscapes on their drifter bike, players must fight for resources as they attempt to survive broken roads, unpredictable weather, attacks from other human factions, infected wildlife, and roaming freakers, a brutal, dynamic world that is dangerous both day and night. Days Gone was, and arguably still is, in a kind of sticky situation, because on its original release date of February 22nd, it was going to be launching alongside Metro Exodus and Anthem, two very large games in comparison to Days Gone, in my opinion, and in the opinions of many others. But also coming out in February are Crackdown 3 and Trials Rising, two games that might not necessarily have the same kind of audience, but that could definitely impact the sales of Days Gone. Looking back a bit to the end of January, games that also have the potential to impact Days Gone's bottom line, you do have Kingdom Hearts 3, a very hotly anticipated game for a long time, but you have Resident Evil 2 Remake, a game that is very similar when it comes to topic and subject matter, so that could also play a pretty big role, and of course fans of the original Resident Evil 2 are going to be all over that, and they might not be all over Days Gone because of that. And then looking forward to March, you have Sekiro Shadows Die Twice coming out, Sea of Solitude mixed in somewhere there, Devil May Cry 5 also making a big impact, along with The Division 2. A lot of games coming out in the first 3 months of the year, so Days Gone was never going to really have a chance if it did stick to that original release date of February 22nd. Now the question is, what's going to be coming out in April of 2019? As of right now, not too many games have been given that sort of release date. We don't have too many games coming out in April because, quite frankly, that's a bit of a lull when it comes to when games actually do launch, which very well could play well for Days Gone. But now the question is, how are we going to be impacted by the release of The Last of Us Part 2, a game that dwarfs Bend Studios' Days Gone by leaps and bounds? Of course, Naughty Dog's next big zombies-esque game is definitely a different kind of game as compared to Days Gone. Within Bend Studios' game, you're shooting giant waves and hordes of zombies, while in The Last of Us Part 2, you're maneuvering yourself around a little period of a map and you're trying to just not die, essentially. It's more of a stealth kind of setup 9 times out of 10. So the gameplay does vary a good bit between these games, but it's the subject matter, it's how this looks in the public eye. Because whenever somebody looks at the cover of a game and sees a zombie, they're going to think it is a zombie game, whatever that definition may be in their own mind, and so that could muddle the differences between Days Gone and The Last of Us Part 2, and more people know Naughty Dog than know Bend Studio. Another really hard conversation that has to be had is who is actually excited for Days Gone, because I'm pretty steeped in the gaming industry and the gaming talk around it. I follow a lot of people on Twitter, I keep up with the discussion, and I haven't seen one person that says Days Gone is their most anticipated game of 2019. I haven't seen much discussion around Days Gone aside from the question of how it's going to be impacted by other games that are releasing along the same kind of time frame. Nobody's talking about this game, it seems. It blows my mind, because the game does not look that bad. It looks pretty good. Again, maybe I could be out of the loop here, but it seems like Bend Studios' next big game is just simply not making waves in the industry or the community, and that could be a big problem regardless of its release date, whether it be February 22nd or April of 26th as it is now. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think that Bend Studios' next big game, Days Gone, is going to be a hit? Do you think it's still going to suffer regardless of the release date, or do you think this is a move that could have saved the game in the long run? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and if you happen to be new to the channel, I do upload new stuff throughout the week, so there's always something new right here when you do drop by to watch some videos, and we have a live gaming podcast every single weeknight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time if you did want to check that out. But as for right now, I appreciate you guys watching this particular video. I will talk to you soon. Peace.